What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith that I will continue bringing you great content. So today we're going to talk about the FNX 45. So let me tell you how this came about before I show you the handgun. So I'm going to the range, minding my business as I usually do, and I'm going to film some shooting footage for one of the videos that I posted, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. So I leave the range and I peruse the case where all the firearms are. So I'm walking around, and I happen to see a firearm in a case. I'm like, dang. I've been looking at that one, but in the 9mm. But lately I've been getting into 45. I told you guys how much I love that caliber. I've been getting into 45s. I'm like, yo, let me see that. Let me just put it in my hands and see how it feels. So the attendant put it in my hand. And just so you guys know, this firearm is safe and unloaded. So he puts it in my hand. I'm like, ooh, this feels good. Natural point of aim. I'm feeling good. I do a couple of these, see how it feels, see if there's a natural point of aim for me. And needless to say, I am in my home and this is with me. So let's get into this. This is an oldie but goodie. So if you're looking for a specific review on this, as far as dimensions and specifics, this is not the review for you. This is simply a review of how I feel about this firearm, and hopefully you enjoy it. All right, so first of all, this is a 45 caliber in the FNX line of pistols. They also have the 9mm, as I previously stated. Has a safety that also doubles as a decocker if you want it. The controls are ambi, so you have the safety and decocker on this side as well as the other side. You also have a takedown lever that's on both sides, as well as the mag release on both sides. So it is ambi, and you don't have to switch it over. Also, it is double action, single action. So again, I'm left-handed, I always struggle with this, but this is the, see if you can see that, the double action pull. It is smooth. It's stout, of course, but it's a smooth pull. And this is the single action pull. Very little take up. And so it's very smooth to pull. It's comfortable. I don't have a pull weight gauge control, so I'm not sure how heavy it is. But when I'm shooting it, it feels good. That double action feels like any other double action pistols that I own. So another thing, you have the front serrations as well as the rear serrations. These sights are nothing to write home about. They're simply 3-dot sights. I wish it had a ledge here where you can do one-handed manipulations. It does not. I don't think any of the FNs have a ledge here. Like my FNS 9C does not have it either. I had to switch out the sights for that and put some Trijicons on them. But nothing fancy about the sights. I'll probably be changing these out as well. What else? They have the pyramid textured grips on here. On the back, there are line grips, as well as on the front, more of a horizontal line of grips. As far as the grips go, I will say after about, I don't know, 50, 75 rounds, I started to feel it in my hands. I also have pretty soft hands, I would say. Like my skin is sensitive too, so you can touch me and I'll break out. So over time, it started to kind of, stick in there. So I will probably put some Talon grips on this eventually if I plan on shooting it a lot more. But as of right now, it's fine just the way it is. I don't know, lately I've been getting into the whole double action, single action firearms, and they kind of remind me of cars. For instance, Double action, single action remind me of manual cars, right? You have all the gears to choose from. With the double action, single action, you can, in this particular pistol, carry it like a 1911, cocked and locked, or you can use your decocker and then put it back on safe if you want. So you have so many options, just like you do when you drive a manual car. But with striker firearms, it's just rack and go, kind of like automatic cars. You put it in drive and you're out of there. There's not a lot of options, but I find myself being more interested in double action, single action at the range, and for carry being consistent with striker firearms. So, I think that's pretty interesting. What else about this gun? It is built like a tank. Okay, it's accurate, it's heavy, it is durable, it's certainly reliable. This is definitely a go to war battle gun. I mean, look, let me just show you the how thick the slide is. I mean, it's thick, It's not, and yes, it is a .45 caliber, but my Legion P220 has a slimmer slide. So they probably could have shaved some material off, but nonetheless, it's thick. The round capacity in Connecticut is 10, but probably where you are is 15 plus 1. This is an extended base plate down here. In Connecticut, it's not extended, it's just 10. But when I was shooting it, I noticed that this particular magazine doesn't drop freely. So for instance, when I go to drop the mag, it just comes out like that, and I have to pull it the rest of the way. But with the flush fitting mag, when I do that and I drop it, it comes all the way out, like it doesn't get stuck. And when I slide it in, it's easier to slide in. With this mag, it's like the angle of it, I have to get it just right or to get like stuck right here. And it doesn't drop freely. So I noticed that, I don't know if I can show this to you, but I noticed that if you look closely, you can see that there's like a little lip here. Whereas in this one, it's not. They just angle, it just angles up. Whereas this, it angles, but let me see. Has that little lip up top. Can you see it there? I know the camera's zooming in and out, but there you go. So the one over here has like that angle, whereas this one doesn't. And I think that's why this one continues to get stuck. So I'm not sure if that's the case, but nonetheless, it normally gets stuck. But I like this base plate down here, so I constantly use it. What else about this? It can serve as a bedside pistol if you wanted to. If you like a .45 caliber to guard your life at night. Some people do. But if it's going to serve as a bedside pistol, you definitely have to get familiar with the safety and the decocker on this firearm. If you're going to do it cocked and lock, if you're going to use it as double action for your first round and then lock it, if you're going to leave the safety off of it, I mean, that's something that you have to practice. You can't just, put it by your bedside and just drop it there. That would be irresponsible, because in the middle of the night, if something ever happened to you, or even if you're carrying it as an EDC and something happens to you, you have to be super familiar with these controls, because if you don't, you're going to lose seconds trying to figure it out, and you might hurt yourself or someone else in the process. So this is definitely a pistol you have to practice on. As for me, this is not my bedside pistol. So I don't use it as that, but if you are thinking about using it as that, you probably should consider all your options and practice with this before you place it there on your nightstand. All right. So anyway, I hope this video helps. Again, this is the FNX 45. I think on here is etched in FNP, but on FN's videos, they say it's the FNX. So anyway, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Again, I'm new to double action, single action. I'm starting to like it more. So as I educate myself, I'll be able to be more precise with my reviews. But that's, you know, the names is just semantics. But as far as the pistol goes and how it operates, there is no ambiguity in this. This is just a beast. So anyway, if you're at the range, check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also hope that you guys are treating one another with kindness. Again, I'm not sure if this video will be posted on Christmas or not, but if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. If you do not, Happy Holidays. You still have the New Year's coming along. Again, take care of one another, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.